Next speaker is Mary Kitagawa. Welcome, good to see you again.
Thank you for this opportunity. Your Worship, Mayor Robertson, and the honorable members of the City Council, and our Japanese-Canadian elders who are here today. First, I would like to acknowledge the privilege to be on the traditional territory of the Squamish, Musqueam, and the Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. My name is Mary Kitagawa, third-generation Canadian of Japanese descent, born on Salt Spring Island, British Columbia. I would like to relate to you how this historic apology motion evolved. In 1942, when the Japanese Canadians were registered as enemy aliens and expelled from their homes, 76 UBC students of Japanese descent were also swept away with this expulsion. It took almost 3.5 years of prodding to convince UBC to accept their responsibility in not defending her students at that time. We asked them to do the right thing, to welcome these students home and to honor them with a degree that they were denied due to the expulsion. On May the 30th, 2012, UBC, after agreeing that they were culpable in how her Japanese Canadian students were expelled, held a most memorable convocation honoring them. Only 10 of the 23 who were still alive came. 1 from Nanaimo, a few from the United States, mostly from Eastern Canada where they were scattered, and 1 as far away as Okinawa. The rest were too frail to travel, so they watched the ceremony live-streamed across Canada. Before the ceremony, a luncheon was held at St. John's College at UBC. Present were the 10 original students, 89 years to 96 years old, along with family members who represented the deceased students. Counselor Dr. Carrie Jang invited the surviving students to be honored at the Vancouver City Hall the day before the ceremony. Logistics made his offer impossible. He then offered to read a proclamation from the City of Vancouver at the luncheon, welcoming the students home, which he did with great enthusiasm. Further, he offered on behalf of the City of Vancouver to formally apologize at a later date for the discriminatory motions that were passed in January 19th of 1942 and February the 16th of 1942. He explained to us that under the Vancouver City Council rules, these motions could not be rescinded because the person who submitted the original motion had to be alive and present. Alderman Halford Wilson submitted the first motion and was seconded by Alderman Buscombe, which proposed the transfer of all residents of Japanese racial origin to areas of Canada well removed from the Pacific coast. The second motion was also submitted by Alderman Wilson and seconded by Alderman Price. It implored the federal government to remove all citizens of Japanese racial origin and enemy aliens to areas of Canada well removed from the Pacific coast. All of these men are now deceased. A subcommittee of the Greater Vancouver Japanese Canadian Citizens Association Human Rights Committee was asked by the Councillor Jang to draft a motion that was acceptable to our community and the City of Vancouver Council. After much back and forth, we were able to agree on the wording of the new motion. We appreciate the strong support we received from Mayor Robertson and other council members. Today, we hope that the wounds of the past would be healed by the passage of the new motion. We are grateful to have the presence of so many of our elders who silently suffered as a result of the two motions. Like the majority of the 1942 UBC students, most of our elders are no longer with us to experience this historic event. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to the motion. Thank you.
Thank you.